My name's Kate Booty. I am from Leamington and Warwick, so Optimists, and I'd like to introduce Izzy from Trinity School in Leamington. She spoke last year, she's back again to speak again this year, and this year she is going to talk about education is what survives when what has been learnt has been forgotten.
According to the oracle, that is Google, the words learning and education are synonymous. And so, in fact, the topic of my speech does not need to be explored, as how can one thing be maintained and another lost if they are both the same? It is only when we come to view education and learning as two separate things that we can explore this idea properly. Let's first consider learning. There are two types of things we can learn, skills and facts, and it's intuitive we learn them in different ways, skills through experience and facts through transmission of knowledge. For example, you wouldn't learn how to ride a bike by reading a book on the mechanics of it, nor would you learn the circumference of the earth by walking around it with a measuring wheel. Education, however, is not simply the things which we learn. Rather, it is the process through which we learn them. And it's important to note that education is an intentional process. It's not like the accidental learning with walking or talking. Education is something we set out to achieve. And in human societies, we put a great deal of effort, time and money into organising education. We set up schools and universities to institutionalise it, and then boards and committees to regulate it. But why do we make so much effort if, as the quote says, what we learn will inevitably be forgotten? It must be because education is supposed to be something more than this. I believe the purpose of education should be to make us rounded individuals, to help us gain a considered understanding of the world around us, and then develop the cognitive and physical abilities to pursue whatever path in life suits us best. But this is not what education is in the UK today. As observed by the educational theorist Ken Robinson, if you were to look at our system as an alien, you would conclude that its primary goal is to produce university lecturers. This is irrefutable. Academic subjects such as maths, physics and chemistry, all of which are heavily based on fact, are the most prized by elite universities. Whereas more practical, performance-based, skill-based subjects like dance, music and drama are less valued. And how is our government responding to this? Are they attempting to sway the opinions of Russell Group unis and launching campaigns to remove stigma and encourage young people to pursue what they are passionate about? No. They are attempting to warp and change practical subjects into something more fitting to their narrow perception of intelligence. They want to make everything objective, quantifiable, easy for them to examine. GovUK's webpage summarising the changes to GCSEs is testimony to this. When outlining the syllabus in dance, music and drama, nothing is said about practical performance. It may seem ironic to some, and certainly to me, that the things our education system values above all else are the most forgettable. Facts are notoriously evasive to memory, but skills are not. I can't remember a single line of the first speech I gave, but the ability to stand up and address a room full of strangers has stayed with me. And this leaves me questioning what the point is. If education is all that remains when what is learnt has been forgotten, and all education is the hammering in of these facts that we will forget, what is the point? For there to be a point, education has to change. We have to stop pretending that an academic, fact-based path is the only viable one. We have to develop other things like performance skills, but also personal attributes like self-confidence, tolerance, and an understanding of what it means to learn. Only then will anything worth having remain, when all the facts have been forgotten.